So now I want to go into my teams. So I'm running, I believe, there's 8 team slots in total. So I'm going to go over the 7 main teams that I run and explain the 8th slot and what I use that for. So first, I'm currently running the Android Cell Saga team. This team is probably one of the more fun ones I enjoy using. It took a lot of stones to get this guy. A lot of stones. I don't even want to talk about it. It was horrible. This guy wasn't too bad, but these are, of course, from the last download celebration. Pretty underwhelming units in that they're almost impossible to get transformed. This LR Cell, I actually had an issue with him where I had an extra copy saved for the TUR to run together because they have different names, and I actually fed a dupe into the TUR who was reversed from LR, but he was only SA10. So this is him. This guy originally was the TUR buddy version, but I accidentally fed the dupe into him, and you can't undo that, so I had to feed an extra 10 Elder Kais into this guy. So if I actually go to my reverse screen and I show you Extreme Fizz, and I go to the pay to play here, you'll see that this cell is already SA20, which was big goof on my part. But yeah, interesting story about him. LR androids are pretty new. And I really like this exchange Goku and Gohan. They're actually really good because they raise defense and they lower attack. I almost never do the actual exchange into Gohan. I use this unit mostly in free-to-play events like Prime Battles, but he can definitely hold his own on this team. You'll also notice that I have one of every color, at least one of every color on every team. I don't know, I guess I'm kind of OCD like that. That's just how I prefer to have my teams. So next we have the Dragon Ball Saga team. So I actually really like the original Dragon Ball. I actually like it more than Z, more than GT, and more than Super. By a wide, I don't know that I'd say a wide margin, but by a decent bit. I like the humor in the original. In Z and beyond, everything got more serious, which I still like, but I guess I just like the comedic aspect more, so I really like this unit. I got him with red coins, I believe on the Fizz Piccolo banner. It was pretty recent when I got him, so I really like that unit. This Goku and Arale, of course, is really busted for a free-to-play unit. I have the this is actually a World Tournament reward, Jackie Chun, that's why its stats are so low. And then Kami is also a World Tournament reward. So this team is not as good as the other teams per se. It does take a little more effort to beat events with, but I like the original Dragon Ball so much, I just couldn't not use this as one of my main teams, at least for the moment. So next we have Future / Time Traveler. And I say / Time Traveler because I believe every unit on this team is also on Time Traveler, which is important because this Mai is a Time Traveler category support unit, not a Future support unit. This team's synergy is really good apart from this AGL Zamasu. Now of course I wanted an AGL unit to run, but the only other option I would have is AGL Rose? Actually that might be a better option. So I'm going to go to Future, AGL. Yeah, so it would be the Rose. I'm actually going to do that. Even though Rose's he's not nearly as good as the Zamasu, he's going to get an easy ace soon, and his links work far better. He has prepared for battle. So yeah, and that also just looks prettier. We got the pink now, and very colorful. Next, I have full power / movie bosses, a really extreme heavy team. This is my go-to team when I need to just destroy an event, specifically like Dokkan events, because these two Broly's do AoE attacks, and then Golden Frieza can tank anything. Metal Cooler's a great support unit, and he has max dodge. I still need to give him 3 additional from that 6 crit, so I'll do that whenever I pull another copy of him. Omega is really good with his massive attack lowering, so this team just works really well together. Next, I have movie heroes, and the reason I'm running Int Gogeta over Easy A Strength Gogeta is because I needed an Int unit, which of course I didn't have. Now actually on JP, the Int Goten, who just awoken with the Gotenks event medals, so that's him right here. I already have him rainbowed, and he is really good when he awakens, so I'm probably actually going to switch these two around. So I'm trying to like tap on them without it changing, the Gogeta and the Goten. So I'll have Strength Gogeta and Int Goten in the future here. And then I have Namekians. Now this one is difficult because this team, they get a super high percentage boost. They get 4 ki and 170% to stats, but they are not a good team. I don't have trouble like beating events, like I'm not in risk of dying, but it takes a long time because they just don't do any damage. I don't have any dupes in this Piccolo, and that's part of the problem, but even when I take a rainbow friend, like the friend is only getting to like 1.3 million attack, which is nothing to write home about. So this team just needs more buffs, and part of the issue is that all of the Piccolos in the game are just named Piccolo, so I'm going to talk about that a little later as well, how they can fix that. My 7th and final like main rotation team is Wicked Bloodline, and this team is also really good, specifically STR Cooler, who is just, I think he's the best on global right now. Yeah, because Beerus isn't out of the Dokkan Fest exclusives. Also just runs really well together. They link together great, and they have attack and defense, which is all nice. Now my 8th slot, you can see this is I believe this is a youth team. Yeah. So my 8th slot I use as a slot if I need to change a team, if I need a new team for a specific event. This is where I'll make it. So like if an event needs Majin Buu Saga units for boost, then I will go into here and I will go to the Majin Buu Saga and I will add the units that I need. So if I needed to boost, I would do all LRs, stuff like that. So that's kind of how I use this 8th team slot. I wish not that they'd give us more team slots, but that rather we would get like a drop-down list with options for like every team, because there's so many categories, a ridiculous amount of categories in the game, and you can only pick 7 at a time, which is really frustrating in combination with the friend system.